Hello, and welcome to our brand new podcast, Legal Abuse Explained, the podcast where we explain how the legal system can be weaponized and who pays the price. I'm Ingrid Dutton, host of the One in Three podcast, and I'm joined here with Karen Tosoni, co founder of After Awareness. Hi, Karen.
Hello, Ingrid. I'm so thrilled we're doing this. I'm excited that we can finally share the many layers of legal abuse and bring in the experts who are willing to share their knowledge to help others.
For our listeners who may not know us yet, a big part of my mission with One in Three podcast has been to share stories and resources to help people understand the multifaceted nature of domestic violence. I've always believed that knowledge is the first step toward freedom and healing. My own journey led me to create a platform where people could feel seen and heard.
Yes, I agree. The name After Awareness comes from a very simple but powerful idea. We often talk about the moment a person becomes aware that they are a victim of abuse or that they are a victim of legal abuse. That awareness is a vital first step, but it's just the beginning. The real difficult work begins after that realization. We are here to help during that long, difficult part of the journey when you're no longer asking, what is this, but what do I do now?
I love that you call it the real work because it truly is. For years, I've had listeners reach out sharing stories of escaping abusive relationships only to be trapped in a new kind of hell, the legal system. They talk about court battles, custody disputes, and being re victimized by the very system that's supposed to protect them.
Exactly. The stories our organizations here are so similar. My journey begins with my own experiences with legal abuse. I went from feeling empowered after leaving a toxic situation to feeling completely powerless once I learned he was using that system as a weapon of choice. Once after I left, it felt like that's when my abuse began. It's a form of abuse that is silent, insidious, and often overlooked. Legal abuse is often overlooked because of its not seen as an immediate crisis until it is.
While legal abuse isn't always domestic violence, abusers may utilize the legal system to further control their victims. They weaponize court filings, child custody battles, and financial litigation to continue their control, drain their victims' resources, and extend the abuse for years.
I was so deep in the legal battle that it felt like quicksand. The more I struggled, the faster I sank. I had to stop fighting in order to survive. The cost could have been my life. Once aware, it was the shocking realization that the system wasn't going to save me. My aha moment happened when a friend who had been a victim of the same type of abuse took her own life. Her death was the wake up call I needed to realize urgency of this issue. This story is why I started After Awareness. I wanted to create a lifeline of vetted resources. I wanted to save others from the same mistakes and provide a network of vetted experts. Our goal is to empower survivors to become their own advocates so they have the tools and support and team not only to survive, but to thrive.
Survivors deserve a dedicated platform that sheds light on the often overlooked issue of legal abuse. That's why we came together to create this podcast. It's just not another conversation about domestic violence. It's a space that zeroes in on the intersection of domestic violence and the legal system, with a special focus on the many forms of legal abuse. Most importantly, expert guests will highlight solutions and pathways forward.
And that brings us to the core of what this podcast is all about. We want to bring in the people who can offer real, tangible guidance. We're going to be interviewing legal experts, family law attorneys, psychologists, financial advisors, and advocates out to help survivors. Our mission is to shift the conversation from a place of negativity to a place of hope. We focus on who can help and creating a clear path forward for survivors.
Our goal is to demystify the legal process. We want to arm our listeners with knowledge. We'll have experts explaining what to look for when hiring an attorney, how to document abuse for court, and how to protect yourself financially. We'll also cover topics like emotional and psychological resilience. It's about building a toolkit for self advocacy.
Exactly. We're going to tackle tough questions like what is legal abuse, how it affects the survivor, their family, and the community. We will dive into a specific topics like legal abuse syndrome. What is legal abuse syndrome and how does that look like? Most importantly, we'll talk about what vetted resources are available to help survivors, specifically those facing legal abuse.
Hearing from experts who understand this type of abuse can be incredibly validating. It can make you feel less alone and more prepared. Our guests won't just be talking about the theory, they'll be sharing practical advice and real world strategies.
This podcast is for anyone who's been through this or is currently in the thick of it. It's also for friends, family members, and advocates who want to be a better support for someone they love. Our first few episodes are already lined up, and we are so excited to bring you some powerful conversations.
We're on a mission to explain and educate because when you know better, you can do better. And together we can work to understand the system.
We cannot do this work alone. We need a collective of experts, a network of support that could be providing guidance. I never had, and I want to make sure that's available to others. That is what our LEAF Alliance program was created for. LEAF stands for legal, emotional, and financial. It is a crucial balance that can help each survivor in their own individual journey. We are super excited to launch early 2026, and I am beyond ready to begin this new journey together.
Learn more about us and our work at afterawareness.org. You can also connect with us on Facebook and LinkedIn at After Awareness Inc. Don't forget to check out our After Awareness Inc. YouTube channel for more videos and insights. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time on Legal Abuse Explained. Make sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss one of our expert led episodes.
Thank you.